So as you can see here in this figure which I have drawn, I have taken a function y is equal to f of x, and this is the figure. This is the function. This curve is y is equal to f of x. और मैंने इसमें ये किया है कि I have taken many small strips. ठीक है. Now if there is a curve something like this and you are taking a small strip of width delta x, which I am also calling as h. So basically it is not exactly rectangular because यहाँ पर जो है end पे curve है, लेकिन हम यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे कि लिमिट यूज कर रहे हैं. लिमिट डेल्टा x is tending towards 0. So this is basically dx. When delta x is very small, almost 0, but not exactly 0, almost 0, negligible, it is called dx. In that situation, this will almost be a rectangle. So if you see it like this, it is almost a rectangle like this. But still, if you observe it microscopically, this strip, if you observe it microscopically, there is a chance of taking a rectangle like this whose area is less than the area of the curve with the x-axis, क्योंकि बीच में ये छोटा सा कर्व का एरिया रह गया है. और अगर if you take a rectangle like this, then you are getting an extra area. This is an extra area here. So either you are losing some area or you are getting an extra area. So basically, if you are taking a very narrow strip, that is delta x is almost tending towards 0, that it is dx, in that situation both the rectangles will approach each other and the area of both the rectangles will be equal to the area of the curve with the x-axis. So basically the smaller rectangle and the bigger rectangle both will merge and they will become equal to the area of the curve with the x-axis, which we can of course show mathematically also. So if we see here, that we want to add the areas of the small strips. So what is the smallest rectangle? The first rectangle which we are getting here, this rectangle, as you can see here, this is a rectangle actually. So in this rectangle, the width is delta x, which is h, which is also dx. So width is h of each of these strips. And what is its height? So if we talk about the height here, that the value of the function at a, this can be taken as its height. Or you can also take that the value of the function at a plus h, because at one end, if you see in this rectangle, so the first end of the rectangle is the point x is equal to a, and after a width h, another point is x is equal to a plus h. So if you are taking that it is almost a rectangle and both the rectangle are having the same area, you can take a height this one also and you can take a height this one also, because we are assuming that this curve is almost a rectangle. So both of these will give you the same answer under the limit condition. So I am taking the first one, that is f of a into its height h. This is the area of the first rectangle. Plus second rectangle will come h into f of a plus h plus h into f of a plus 2h. So on. We will keep on adding the area of the small rectangles. And lastly, we are supposing that there are total n number of rectangular strips. So you should understand कि अगर तुम h को tending towards 0 ले रहे हो, h which is the width, you are taking it as tending towards 0. In that situation, the number of strips n will tend towards infinity. जितना तुम छोटा लोगे, number of strips उतनी बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. तो जो last strip है, वो nth strip है. तो ये वाला का जो x आएगा, इस लास्ट स्ट्रिप का जो ये वाला एंड का x कोऑर्डिनेट होगा, दिस विल बी a प्लस n माइनस 1 इंटू h. जैसा अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन में हम पढ़ते हैं, व्हाट इज द nth टर्म, a प्लस n माइनस 1d. सो वी विल राइट हियर a प्लस n माइनस 1h पे जो फंक्शन की वैल्यू है, दैट इज द हाइट into h, that is the width. So this is actually the area of the whole region which is being enclosed by this curve with the x-axis. If you would have taken, instead of starting from fa, you could also have taken starting from h into f of a plus h. Next term will be h of into f of a plus 2h. And when you will end, the last term will be h into f of a plus nh, not n minus 1h but nh, because you are taking the next length. There are two lengths actually. One is this length, another is this one length. So earlier we were taking this one, now we are taking this one. So both are having different heights, but under limit condition we are assuming both are equal. So you can take this one also as area. In such situation, you can understand that you are taking the bigger rectangle. In the previous situation, you are taking the smaller rectangle. But when you will calculate both of them, they will give the same value. If you are taking the condition that h is tending towards 0 and n is tending towards infinity. So you can proceed by either of them. We will proceed with the first one and we will try to change it into integral. So just write it till here. So students, जब हमने ये देख लिया कि एरिया अंडर द कर्व fx हमें लिखना है, this is the graph y is equal to fx and the area under this curve is basically from a to b. And what is b? You can also say that b is nothing but a plus nh, because this is the n plus 1th term of the AP. The previous one was the nth term of the AP. This was the second last term, was the a plus n minus 1 into h. That was the second last term. And the last term is actually n plus 1th term, which is b. It will be a plus nh. So you can say that h is equal to b minus a upon n. Obviously, if you take, or you can say n is equal to b minus a upon h. So of course, if you take limit h tending towards 0, in that situation, since it is in reciprocal, limit n will tend towards infinity, because reciprocal of a very negligible value is a very large value. So this is quite obvious, and you can see mathematically also. So the area which is coming here is f of a, and h I am taking as common because it is the width of all the rectangles. F of a plus h, f of a plus 2h, and so on till f of a plus n minus 1h. Now this can be expressed as a definite integration. So this is, and you have to put a limit also here. Limit h is tending towards 0 and n is tending towards infinity. And one thing also you can do, don't take two variables h and n. You can take just h or just n and write limit n tending towards infinity, and h can be written as b minus a upon n, and inside it is fa plus f of a plus h can be written as b minus a upon n. So just take one variable n which is tending towards infinity, f of a plus 2 b minus a upon n, and so on till the last term, f of a plus n minus 1 b minus a, sorry, b minus a upon n. So this is how you can write this one in terms of n only, and you can write h as b minus a by n here as it is coming here. Now this can be written as limit of a sum can be written as a definite integration. So what do? We write an integration that is also area under the curve from a to b. So the definite integration actually gives area under the curve. So the area under this curve, the whole area from a to b under this curve with the x-axis is written as, by denotation, integral a to b, and you will write function of x. So here actually you will write f of x and dx. So this is how you will write it. Now I will give you few questions where you will learn to express a definite integration in terms of the limit of sum, or you can express limit of sum in terms of the definite integration. So we will see some question where it is given an integration and you have to find with the help of limit of sum. So you will understand how you have to proceed in different questions and situation. So this is actually theory part. Now we will come to question. तो अगला क्वेश्चन जो है, जो इस लिमिट एज अ सम इज अ डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन का एप्लीकेशन है, वो ये क्वेश्चन मैं लेता हूं 0 to 5 x plus 1 dx. So we want to calculate it by limit of sum method. So let us write what is a, it is 0, what is b, it is 5, and what is the function fx, it is x plus 1. Now if we compare it what we studied, we'll write limit n tending towards infinity b minus a upon n. So b minus a upon n, what will be that? 5 minus 0 upon n, which will be 5 upon n. So this is 5 upon n, which is actually the width of the rectangular strips. Now we take f of a. So f of a means f of 0. Next one is f of a plus h. H was b minus a by n. So 0 plus 5 by n. So f of 0 plus 2 into 5 by n. And similarly, we will keep on calculating f of 0 plus n minus 1, 5 by n. Now, here, what is the function fx? It is x plus 1. So we will simply put the definition of the function. So it is 5 by n. What is f of 0? So it will be 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. What is f of 5 by n? So this is 1 plus 5 by n. Next one is 1 plus 2 into 5 by n, and so on till 1 plus n minus 1, 5 by n, according to the definition. So we have come till here. So limit n tending towards infinity, and it is outside 5 by n. And inside, how many 1 are there? 1, 2, 3. There are n ones, n terms of containing 1. So n times 1 is n. And 5 by n, if I will take common, so inside you will get 1 plus 2, so on till n minus 1. So sequence and series we have all studied. Limit n tending towards infinity. This is 5. Because when you are multiplying by 5 by n inside, so n will cancel, you will get 5. And what else you are getting? Another term plus. Here 5 into 5, 25 by n square. And 1 to n minus 1. Sum of 1 to n minus 1 if you will find. So sum of n minus 1 terms what is the sum of n minus 1 natural numbers? First n minus 1 natural numbers consecutive. So we all know this from class 10th onwards. Here n minus 1 into n upon 2. This is what we are getting here, right? So now we are almost to the answer. Let me erase some of this part, which I hope you can write on your own, or you have written already, and let me write it here. So what happened in the next step? 5 is a constant, so limit will not have any effect on it. It will come outside. Plus limit n tending towards infinity, and it is 25 by 2 and n minus 1 into n by n square. So 1 n will get cancelled, and n minus 1 by n, when you will divide by n, so you will get 1 minus 1 by n. And when you will put n tending towards infinity, then 1 by n will be 0. So you will simply get 25 by 2. So what is the answer finally is 35 upon 2. So this is how you get without integrating, by limit of sum. If you even integrate it by your knowledge of integration, which you have studied earlier in physics also. So x dx integration is x square by 2 and dx integration is x. When you will put the limits 0 to 5, you will get 25 by 2 plus 5 minus 0. So you will get 35 by 2, the same answer. But some of the places integration is difficult. Here integration is simpler. So this method is useful in some of the places, and it also shows that you are getting the same answer.